Les va a encantar esta conversación que vamos a tener. Ya saben que nosotros sentimos que parte de nuestra obligación es buscar para ustedes a los mejores que hay en el mundo. Y fíjense que hace muchos años, cuando Oprah Winfrey tenía un programa de televisión, yo me acuerdo de haber visto a esta mujer que me parecía extraordinaria. Y cuando hicimos el masterclass de pareja con Mario Guerra, con Ariel Grunwald, con todos ellos, la buscamos para que nos diera unas buenas clases sobre temas de sexualidad y relaciones de pareja. Está con nosotros el día de hoy para ustedes la doctora Laura Berman. Ella es maestra y es doctora por la Universidad de Nueva York. Tiene 30 años de experiencia en relaciones desde una perspectiva que integra la mente, el cuerpo y el espíritu. Es columnista, es experta, tiene libros increíbles que les van a encantar. Uno se llama Quantum Love, Real Sex for Real Women, Loving Sex, It's Not Him, It's You, Talking to Your Kids About Sex, y es host del famoso podcast sobre consejos de amor y sexualidad, The Language of Love. Y es para mí un placer darle la bienvenida a Laura Berman, que por cierto va a estar el próximo 9 de julio en la Ciudad de México a promover un masterclass que se llama Sex Magic, y se van a poder inscribir en martadebaile.com/Sex Magic. Les va a encantar. Va a ser una sesión de 1 hora completamente en vivo. Van a poder prender su cámara, su micrófono, preguntar en texto y no saben cómo la van a pasar. My dear friend, I know you understood everything I said because Spanish, you're like a step away from speaking perfect Spanish.
I used to be fluent, but I lived in Spain 25 years ago, and I even did therapy in Spanish and dreamed in Spanish, but I got totally out of practice.
Bueno, tiene un nuevo libro que se llama Sex Magic, Take Your Body, Mind, and Relationship to the Next Level with Spectacular Intimacy. O sea, lo voy a decir en español, la magia del sexo, cómo llevar tu cuerpo, tu mente y tu relación al siguiente nivel con una intimidad espectacular, que ya está disponible en Amazon. Si ustedes, híjole, no están contentos con su vida sexual, tienen que encontrar ese libro. So talk to me, girl.
What do you want to know about
Okay,
sex
let's
magic?
talk about sex magic. You know what? Can you explain a mystery?
Yes.
Why, with time, our sexual relationship with our partner loses excitement?
It's familiarity, safety, which is what we want in love, right? So what we most want in love doesn't always help our sex life. And it's neurochemical. When we're in a brand new relationship, the dopamine centers, the addiction centers of the brain are firing like crazy. It's the same part of the brain that lights up when you do cocaine or you have any addiction. And then anywhere between 3 months to 3 years, depending on how quickly you commit and get comfortable with each other, your brain starts to respond differently. You don't have that dopamine rush. And then we make this mistake of thinking that we've fallen out of love. But that's really why I wrote Sex Magic, because I see so many couples moving toward things that put their relationship at risk, having affairs, opening their relationship, turning to pornography, all sorts of things that can be a very slippery slope and risk the relationship, when there is another way. You can create intense excitement between you where there isn't necessarily newness, because you know each other very well, but there's depth and intensity and connection and powerful arousal all at once.
One of my aha moments with you is when I heard you say about the time or the scheduling of sex. So shoot, girl.
Well, if you have children, especially, and you're waiting for sex to happen spontaneously, you're going to wait forever because you're too busy. And most people, because of the movies and the way we're taught, think that sex is supposed to happen at the very end of the day when you finally get into bed together. No, that is when you are the most exhausted.
Oh, yeah, of course, because where everybody's exhausted.
Yes.
You already worked all day. You put the kids to sleep. You watched a show. So when all that is done, sex is at the end of the line.
Ugh, who wants to have sex then? Right?
Nobody.
So a lot of people say no because we're taught in Hollywood and the movies it's supposed to happen spontaneously. But when you start to plan for it, then it becomes something that you look forward to, and you're extra flirty with each other, and maybe you shave your legs and you make a little more effort that day. It becomes something special that you can look forward to, and you don't try to do it at the end of the day. You do it when you have more energy. It doesn't have to be at the same time every week. Some couples like to do that, but definitely plan for it, make it a priority, and do it at times when you have more energy.
Okay, that's number one. Number two.
Make more room for emotional connection, because for women especially, our desire to be sexual is rooted in how connected emotionally we feel to the person we're having sex with. So the more you can invest in your emotional connection, the more she's interested. And one of the things that is so simple to do is to just spend time together talking about things other than the logistics of your lives. The statistics show that we don't spend more than 15 minutes a week, couples. We talk about kids and football practice and the roof and whatever, but we don't talk about our lives or have conversations about things other than logistics. So if you spend 30 minutes a week, you'll be doubling the amount of connection time. Turn your technology off and spend intentional time cuddling, talking, connecting with one another. That will make a huge difference in her sense of emotional closeness to you.
Bueno, you always say things about the amount of times you kiss or hug. Explain.
Yeah, you know, we tend to, especially if you're not having a lot of sex or you're too tired for sex or you're trying to avoid it, the kissing, the cuddling goes by the wayside, goes away. But that's such an important part of emotional intimacy and physical connection. So we find that couples who give each other, for instance, a 30-second hug, which is actually a long time, give each other a heart-to-heart 30-second hug every day and send love from your heart to your partners, receive it back. Give each other a 10-second kiss. You don't have to make out if you don't want to, but just spending that time in a beautiful embrace and a 10-second kiss is not only gets you aligned energetically and emotionally, but it's beautiful for your children to see that kind of connection and intimacy as well. And we find that couples who do this every day, along with the communication, they have closer connection, which helps inspire their sexual connection.
Parte de lo que dice Laura, y también viene en el libro de Sex Magic, es que muchas veces tu relación sexual no es como debería de ser, porque no te has liberado del trauma y la inhibición, y que para sentir hay que sanar. Did you get what I said?
Yes.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that certainly if we have any kind of sexual trauma in our history or assault or very difficult sexual experiences, sometimes, some therapy is needed to move through that. But for a lot of people, and I talk about how to do that in Sex Magic, but for almost all women, I find we have these inhibitions. We have these stories about what nice girls should and shouldn't do from the way we were raised, from our religious upbringing, from whatever it was. I'll give you a really simple exercise. You ready? First, you make 3 columns in a piece of paper. In the first one, make a list of everything that nice girls or good women or respectable women should and shouldn't do sexually. Okay, everything. And then in the second column, where did that story come from? Was it when Sister Maria, told you you'd go to hell if you touched yourself? Was it when you heard your mother and your aunt gossiping about the other sister who had sex with too many men? What was it? Because every story we have about sex probably comes from someplace. That's in the second column. And in the third column, what do you want to keep and what do you want to let go of? Because some of these things you may still believe, but most of them, as the adult woman you are now, you know are crazy and not true. So then the next time one of those thoughts comes up that is holding you back, it's now become externalized. And you are like, oh no, that's not me. That's Sister Maria. And I don't believe that. You know, and it gives you back the power. It's amazing how beautifully that simple practice will work.
Laura, done.
Beautiful. Bien hecho.
Ok, bien hecho. ¿Qué vamos a aprender en Sex Magic?
Pues todo que hemos dicho, right? You're going to learn how to take sex to the next level inside yourself, to build more desire inside yourself, which is step one, right? We have to build it in ourselves and in our bodies and create more of it between you and a partner. And you can do this whether you're in a relationship or not. So if you're single, it will set you up to not only experience more pleasure in your life, but when you are with a partner eventually to create tremendous pleasure. And the techniques I have found really blow people's minds. So I've taught a lot of women sex magic, and when they use these techniques, sometimes they don't even tell their partner first what they're doing, but when they do it, their partner feels it and really responds beautifully. So if you want to be not only enjoy sex and want sex more, but be an amazing lover that will really, you don't have to do acrobatics or swing upside down on a pole. You can if you want to. But these techniques, your partner will absolutely feel and sense and tremendously respond to.
Oh my God. Give me one. Le digo, dame un ejemplo. Uno.
Yeah.
Just
okay.
una técnica.
All right. How about this one? You turn on what I call the pink sparkly vagina. Okay?
Okay. What is that?
Just try it. You will be shocked at how your partner responds if you're with a man. Okay? So when you are being sexual and they are inside you, you put all of your conscious awareness inside your vagina. Put all of your attention there and make it into a sparkling, swirling pink vortex of light swirling around their penis. And women do this often. I've taught women to do it when they're ready for their partner to finish. They're already done and they're just kind of waiting and ready for it, and he will immediately be done. Or even women, I've had women tell me that they've gotten pregnant after trying for a long time using this technique.
But it's just a thought. We're just like sending our energy.
They feel it. You will be shocked. It's so simple, but when you put all of your awareness there, and there are techniques that I teach you to squeeze your Kegel muscles and to learn to isolate them. But even just putting your conscious awareness down there and turning that vortex on, try it and let me know how it goes. You'll be amazed.
If they want to learn more, they have the book, Sex Magic, que ya está a la venta en todos lados. Is the book only in English?
It's coming out in Spanish soon.
I send you a big kiss. Y síganla en redes sociales. Es Dr. Laura Berman. Thank you, my dear. I send you a big kiss all the way to